video for you all about yoga and the amazing health benefits that are kind of coming through now all about it. It's really quite amazing. I used to be a big fan of yoga. I used to do it all the time and I absolutely loved it, but then I just stopped going after a while. I moved house and started doing running and other things, and I haven't actually been for a long time to a yoga class or anything. But when I did used to go, it was just amazing. I felt so good afterwards and really relaxed. And then I read this article the other day, so I thought I really must start going again, because there's such amazing science coming through now all about it, proving that all these benefits that we thought we got, we are actually experiencing properly. So I'm just going to run through about 5 or 6 reasons why it's so amazing for your mind and your body and everything else. It's also worth bearing in mind that with all these natural things like natural remedies and solutions and exercise and things like that, they don't get the funding that big pharma gets spent on it. So anything coming through like this is really compelling and quite exciting. Okay, so firstly, particularly if you're someone who suffers with gut problems or anything like that, yoga will literally massage your internal organs. So all these twists and turns and special poses and everything are actually getting in there and massaging not only your gut, but actually your liver and kidneys as well. So it's actually highly detoxifying, which is amazing. It's really kind of deep detoxification that is going on there. So also, I mean, if you're someone who suffers with anxiety that's related to your gut, and then that's kind of making you feel really relaxed as well, then that's all going to help. I'll go more into the anxiety side of things in a minute. So the other thing that's happening as well is that the yoga is actually causing so much oxygen to go to your gut, and that's all going to get things moving really nicely and help with any bloating or anything like that you might be experiencing. Okay, so it's also, as I say, it's a really good remedy for anxiety because it literally is increasing the levels of GABA. GABA is your relaxation neurotransmitter. It's the neurotransmitter that makes you feel really good. And it's been proven that yoga will increase the levels of GABA in your brain by up to 27%, which is absolutely amazing. That's kind of, sky high. So that's why you feel so good for days after you've done it. It's similar to the effect that you would get from alcohol, but of course you get that horrible, very anxious feeling after alcohol sometimes. So of course you don't get this with yoga or anything. And the effects will go on for maybe a day or two, possibly even longer. So yeah, that's another good reason. It's actually also going to increase the levels of grey matter in your brain. So the brain is made of grey and white matter. And if you get low levels of grey matter, it's going to give you poor memory, low pain tolerance, much decreased cognitive functioning and emotional problems as well. But it's been proven now that in people who regularly practice yoga, that the levels of grey matter are really kind of much higher, so they don't tend to suffer with these things, and they also don't tend to suffer with pain as much, bizarrely. So if you're someone who is in chronic pain and is kind of suffering depression as a result of that, you might find that if you practiced yoga, that your perception of pain is a lot less, and you're much less likely to get depressed as a result of it as well. So yeah, that's a really good reason. So it's literally kind of remolding your brain, making your brain work a bit better, making maybe you feel a bit more resilient. So it's going to be less likely to give rise to, more depressed feelings if you get depression as a result of doing yoga. As a result of pain. So doing yoga will help with that. Okay, so in addition to all those things, yoga is also really good for improving blood pressure. It'll bring your blood pressure right down. It's really good for your lung health as well. It improves sleep, and as well as that, it will improve flexibility and balance. So bearing all that in mind, I think I'm definitely going to start going to a class again. I think I'd be mad not to. But if you're thinking about it as well, worth bearing in mind that there are so many different styles. So you can get yoga, which is literally just, more deep breathing, relaxation, or you can get yoga, which is really quite full on and energetic and exhausting as well. And then everything in between. So it's worth trying out a few different styles to see which one suits your needs best. Okay, so there's so much, there's something to suit everybody. Okay, but if you're at all worried though about your anxiety or how it's impacting your gut health or your gut health generally, then do book a call with me. It's a free call, 30 minutes. I would love to hear more about you and how I can help. And I'll pop a link in the comments. You can book straight in. Okay, so that's all from me. I shall see you next time. Bye bye.